Alrighty guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. So today we should get the hints. The hints should be coming today to tell us what the two new units are that are coming to Street Fighter Duel. Bit of backstory before I go into what this video is about basically. What was said to us was we're getting two new units. One of them is going to be a factional unit, and the other one is going to be a unit coming to the mall. Now, as you guys know, a mall unit is a legendary unit, right? We all know this, right? We all know this. So you're talking your Neros, your Fashion Chun-Li's, well, your Flame Chun-Li, your Fashion Sakura, stuff like that, right? That's a mall unit. So that's what we were told, right? And going with the data files, we knew that for, watch my screen's going to flip, for these units, it was going to be the fashion version or the mummy version of this guy, which would be our Dalsim. Great unit, AoE unit, Thunder, exactly what that needs. Exactly what that needs, right? He's coming, he's going to be still the same. Nothing's going to change with him as far as I'm aware. However, I've been told that while not 100%, because it could be a typo, it seems that they may have last minute altered the mall unit, which would have been Summer Ibuki, and instead of being a mall unit, she's going to end up here. Now, some of you might think that's good, but let me explain why I think it's not good, right? Allow me to explain why I think it's not good. So, Summer Ibuki, free unit on every other version, was going to change to a legendary unit. Okay, not great. She's went from being free to being $29.99, right? Now, free-to-play players will think, well, I was never going to get that unit because I won't pay $29.99. So if they do change her to make her a master unit, that's good for me, because then I can pick her up in here. Sure, you can. Absolutely. Absolutely, you can pick her up in here. No arguments there. However, allow me to explain why I think it's a bad thing, right? So, if they add Summer Ibuki and they make her a master unit, she would sit here. Okay? So if you look, that means there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 master units, right? If you go to here, we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Inferno units. They are soon going to release Balrog, so there's going to be 7 master units, right? So that means in total you're going to have 15 units that are going to be available via divination. What I would say was, this pool is already becoming too big, right? It's already becoming too big. Now, the argument could be said that, well, at least we have a chance of getting them, right? Sure, you do have a chance of getting them, but when are you going to get them to a usable level, right? Now, I don't know how factual this is, but during the data mining of the game, there seems to be code present that says eventually, don't know when, but eventually, you might see legendary units showing up in the trade-in shops, right? This is not uncommon. This happens in AFK Arena, and you would be able to get like 15 shards, do that a couple of times, and you would be able to trade in for a copy of the unit. First one would most probably be someone like Fashion Sakura, right? So that means eventually Summer Ibuki would more than likely end up in that shop, because you've only got Fashion Sakura, Flame Chun-Li, and then Summer Ibuki, right? So eventually free-to-play players would be able to get that unit for free, right? However, I know for some people, mainly because of the Dante event, the Virgil event, to be honest, the mission of requiring you to have a copy of Flame Chun-Li and later to have a copy of Nero has made people like, oh, I just want one copy, right? I just want to have one copy, right? I see it as not necessarily that shouldn't take precedent, right? here's what I say, right? This event, I think was it this one? Yeah, that was this one here, right? This should never have happened, right? This mission is fine, right? But this should never have happened. They should have made this one, for example, the reward for this mission, and made the reward for this mission into this one. So if you want to have the mission of you requiring to have a legendary character, that is fine, right? That's fine to do that. Just don't lock the one reward that players want behind that mission, because then that will mean that people do not feel like they need to summon at least one copy of every single unit. And I know that in some ways, as developers, they might think, well, we want players to summon at least one copy of every single unit. But that's the thing that's making people not want to continue playing the game. That pressure of having to summon every single unit, feel like you're not going to be able to do everything the game has to offer if you don't summon every single unit. That is what's driving people away. That is what's making people feel like this isn't worth it anymore, you know? And also, when it comes to your whales who you require to continue spending to keep the lights on, so to speak, or your dolphins who you want to encourage to spend to help keep the lights on, when you're not dropping these legendary units, you're putting them off. So ultimately what that's going to do is it's going to mean that, okay, the free-to-play players are getting a chance to summon a copy of a unit that they're never going to buy. However, you're adding another unit into the pool that you're expecting your whale players or your dolphin players to spend a load of money to try and max out, and it's diminishing returns. They're not going to do it, you know? Like, your dolphins especially want to catch a break. They want to be able to buy a unit that maybe only costs $29.99, right? And if you did things like with this mission, if you had just allowed people to use mercenaries, there'd have been no uproar. So I mean, you don't even need to change this. All you had to do was allow mercenaries. Doing that, no uproar. No one feels upset, you know? So, basically, short story long, we're still going to get the 2 units. It's just no longer nailed on that IBUKI is going to be a legendary unit. There's now the potential that she might have been changed to a master unit. That is just going with the information that's been said to me. Again, it's subject to change because everything in this game is subject to change, but we're going to have to wait and see until the unit actually launches what the typing is. It's either going to be master or it's going to be legendary. You can let me know what you think in the comments down below. You can let me know if you agree with anything I've said or you completely disagree. That's fine. I love to have conjecture and have conversation. So let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts and feelings are around this. I don't necessarily think it's good because, again, you're going to have the likes of your Fashion Ryu, your Fashion Ken, all those units. I don't see them staying legendary. I see them getting changed to master units as well. And this pool is just going to keep growing. All the while, we are racing towards the 6-month anniversary, which is next month. I do have another video about that. That'll be out later. And as it stands, we're going to have had 3 standard units. In nearly 6 months, we're going to have had 3 standard units joining the standard pool. For any game, that's madness. It's just utter madness, you know? But let me know what you think in the comments down below. I've been Hayzink, thanks for watching, and you know what? Catch you in the next one. Peace out, see you later. Cheery bye.